Coach, there are a few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints.
Ready? 95, 56. 54. Here we go.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Switch. Bravo.
Now Brees. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's go, D.
Brees leaves this one with Kamara. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Hey, easy. Target.
From the 39, Brees. This is a catch by Ted Ginn. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 28.
His 13th NFL season now, Ted Ginn still a reliable target for Drew Brees. 787 yards in 2017, just 5 games last year due to injuries, but he still has the wheels.
Kamara has it stripped, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
The first carry here for Jaquiz Rodgers. Bringing him to the ground defensively, Tedrick Thompson.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Brees going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's going to take a shot, and he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for. And
take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man, it's Bennett. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Carson. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Breeze. The open man is Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They run with the former Viking and Raider. It's Latavius Murray. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner, coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season.
Let's get Seahawks 46-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, easy. Shit.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. Past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down.
And the Saints, first down.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. These two teams all tied after one. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense, I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it, because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
The throw from Breeze into the hands of Smith. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Sammy! Hey, dude! 54 is Mike. Check over. 54. Let's get it together.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal, because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Yellow lady!
Mike's 50. Let's go!
Kill!
Breeze now on 1st down. Over the middle to Smith. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Get ready!
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it's 3rd and short.
What? Go, Eddie!
55. Hey, eat. Watch the run.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. It's A.J. Klein, the linebacker. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. To throw is Wilson. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down. On first down, it's Carson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Throwing on second down, Wilson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 42. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Wilson on target there to Moore. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. To throw again on second down. Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Chester Rogers, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal on their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Saints.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want a way to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. They go play action here on first down. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Ready. Yellow lady.
Mike's by 4.
Hey, easy.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Here we go.
Motion.
Kill. Hey, easy.
Motion.
On the ground, Kamara. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense. This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On third down, it's Rodgers. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
And the Saints, first down.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Ready? You ready? Line 54. Here we go.
Yo, jumper.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
You got it. You got it.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first, this one from 38. And that is no good. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what it... And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off right around the 43. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Throwing on first down, it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Hey, Delta. Hey, easy. It's going to be a long day.
On second down, Kamara. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
Hey, Echo. Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go. Check. Hey, watch that. Tonight.
Again, it's Kamara. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His second touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
380.
Check 55 to Mike. Let's go, D.
2nd and 5 now. Wilson, left side complete to Lockett. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18. Wilson now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Let's go.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Wilson will throw again. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Again, Wilson. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Man out.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
95-56.
Cut in blue. 3 down.
Kill.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Hey, easy.
He's heavy on the edges.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. Looking around the league from Raymond James Stadium. They're in the third quarter in Tampa. And it's the Bucs who have scored again to open up that lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Easy.
Mike 54. Gotta do better.
A give to Kamara running right. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Our time. It's our time. Shoot.
Whoa.
Now Breeze. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30.
First down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he loses the football a second time. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Give me that ball, defense.
From the shotgun, Wilson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. Try to lay one up deep. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
57, Mike 57. Set the tone, defense.
Kamara trying again. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. A carry now for McKissick. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. On first down, Wilson.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. To throw again is Wilson. He's got Lockett. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line. They'll run on first down. Carson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson. His throw caught at about the 5. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Chester Rogers with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Russell Wilson now will bring his guys up to go for 2.
Check 9, check 9.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Let's go. Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. What a difference a week makes. 5 interceptions in their last game. Here we are, fourth quarter. He's played mistake-free football.
And I'm sure that we can look back on the past week and say, okay, he spent time in the film room and they worked on his mechanics. Sometimes it's just your team believing in you, your coaching staff believing in you, and you relax and play to your potential. And he's doing that in this game.
Kamara trying the right side. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Kill. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. To me. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Go. 54, come on. 54.
From midfield, here's Breeze. On the crossing route, complete. It's Thomas. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Hey, high 7. 54.
Breeze going to throw here. And Thomas has it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 22 yards there, a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for New Orleans, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they had 2